that theme song, Ned? Where did you find it?
It's none of your business.
Alrighty. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Effin Rager.
Can I correct you real quick? Another exciting episode of
Oh my
FM
gosh,
Rager.
you're right. We don't want people thinking this is a boring episode.
Heck no.
No, we're never going to have a boring episode.
I'll hold you to that.
Fingers crossed, buddy. Yeah, all right.
Fingers crossed for lying. No.
All right, Ned. How was your week?
Oh man, my week was fantastic. I just got back from Austin, Texas, a different city than this one. No, it was fun.
Keep Austin in Austin.
Yes, please.
Keep Houston strong.
No, I wish it was the festival I went to was here because that would have been more enjoyable. It was a fun psychedelic music festival. Saw a lot of cool bands, a lot of garage punk kind of stuff like that.
What was it called?
It was called Levitation Festival.
Now, wait, isn't Levitation Festival just, wasn't it another festival that just changed its name?
It used to be Austin Psych Fest, and then they became a record company called Levitation, and then the festival became Levitation. You know how, like, art collectives just kind of keep forming into different things without establishing it? I don't know at what point it became Austin Psych Fest and what point it became Levitation Fest.
How many festivals does Austin have for music?
There's about 60. I think there's one a week.
It
keeps the economy strong.
Is Austin just a festival-based economy?
Yeah, only festivals.
Oh.
Everyone just trades sunglasses they get for free at festivals as their currency.
All right. Well, we need to get some sunglasses made. Get in on some of that festival money, baby.
We should make Effin Rager sunglasses.
Yeah, we'll have. So you if you put on the FM Rager sunglasses and then you listen to our show, it's going to be like pop-up video where like things just pop up on your lenses.
No, it's just going to be blackout glasses, so you can not see anything and be distracted. You can only listen to the show.
Yes, that's the way to do it.
The only way to listen to the show, guys, everyone turn off your lights, close all your doors, close all your windows, make sure there's minimal sound, only our sound, if anything. And that's the true way to enjoy FM Rager. Now, Connor, I had a pretty crazy week. I want to get into it a little bit more forward, but I got to ask you. I mean, how was your week?
Oh, my week was okay. You know, did a lot of packing for the big move, and then I finally got to see Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh yeah, how was that? You're laughing while you say that because you're giddy and giggly like a schoolboy.
No, because I'm 100% aware of how sad it is that was the highlight of my week. Where I have been talking about this movie for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I forewent the movie pass.
Oh, you didn't use your movie pass?
I paid to go see it.
You paid money, even when do you know movie passes? Like the ship is sinking.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about this later.
Oh no.
What do you want to talk about right now?
We can talk about it right now.
Hey guys, if you like Movie Pass, if you know what Movie Pass is, if you've been around me in the last 2 months,
Movie Pass is a genius idea for consumers, a bad idea for investors.
a bad idea for Movie Pass.
A bad idea for business, where, hey, how much are movie tickets normally?
Oh,
$14.
shucks, like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I want front row seats.
Yeah.
Wait, not front row.
And then before you know it, you know, you're buying popcorn, you're buying snacks, you're buying all these things that just raise the price of it. And so what Movie Pass does is you come in, you pay $9.99 a month, and you can see what used to be unlimited movies.
Yeah.
And then it became 1 movie a day. And then it became 4 movies a month.
4 movies a month. Yeah.
And now it's 4 movies a month. And after Infinity War came out, Movie Pass was very quick to send an email being like, hey guys, remember, you can only see a movie once on Movie Pass. You can't go see Infinity War a bunch of times.
Oh, geez, okay. It can't be a cloudy day. It's got to be real sunny outside. And you got to be with one of your friends with the letter J in their name. Yeah,
and
that's
they
how it
also
works.
have to have Movie Pass and bring, they have to get 3 people in a Movie Pass. There's nothing about Movie Pass's business model that makes me think this is going to pay out in the long run.
No. The ship is going to sink. And it's better to be on the ship right now and just get maybe neck deep in water before you jump out screaming.
It's kind of like a business that started by an eccentric millionaire who hates the movie industry. He's just like, I'm just going to do whatever I can.
I'll shake things up.
Yeah, I will spend the rest of my money, which is what I would do if I made $1 billion. I'd use it to just undermine other people. I wouldn't give it out. I'd be miserly with it. I'd buy one of those gyrocopters.
Roller skates.
100 roller skates.
Yeah. I can leave them at different places so I can roller skate somewhere and then take off my my roller skates and roller skate somewhere else.
Oh, cool. Would they just be like different terrain kind of wheels? So it's like, this is bumpy.
On road, off road, no road. Those are my plane skates.
Oh boy. But anyway, to get back to your question, yes, Infinity War was amazing. And it was everything I wanted it to be.
That's good.
I had a lot of issues with it walking out of it, but then I talked to our friend Cody, I talked to our friend Cass, I talked to a lot of people.
All confirmed nerds.
Yes, yes. I talked to a lot of my nerdy friends, which gave me a different perspective on the movie, and I appreciated it. As a comic book fan, as a total nerd, as somebody who's been watching these friggin' movies for 10 years, a decade of my life.
Has it really been a decade? What was the first of those movies?
The first one was Iron Man.
Guys, welcome to Effin Rager, where the M stands for Marvel. The F stands for
Fans.
For real? Oh.
Fans, parentheses, of Marvel. Rager. Welcome to our nerd show, where we're just going to talk about comic books for a while. No, it was Iron Man, and then they got the Hulk, and then at the very end of the Hulk, Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark makes a little cameo after the credits, and you're like, oh, this is going to be big. And then they...
oh, mercy.
Yeah, this is going to be something.
This is humongous.
But one thing I will say about that movie is while watching it, I thought, okay, as a fan of these movies for a really long time, this is definitely a payoff. But as an objective viewer of film, this movie is bonkers, makes no sense. And if you manage to drag your girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other to this movie, they are going to complain and ask you, who is that? When are they going back to the talking raccoon?
Oh, is the talking raccoon in this one?
All right. Last thing I'll say about Infinity War. Last thing I'll say about it. Every time a hero shows up in a nick of time to save the day, the audience goes nuts and starts clapping. Fine, whatever.
Sure.
Guardians of the Galaxy show up, audience goes effing nuts. They lose it for a talking raccoon.
Popcorn
Man.
throwing in the air, ruining your view. You say, hey, I paid $9.99 a month for this movie.
No, I paid $14.
Oh, you paid full price.
I paid full price. And then Captain America shows up. Oh my God, Thor. Oh my God. Spider-Man shows up. I'm the only one in the theater who claps. And that's when I think, all right, there's something wrong with this country.
Because people can't cheer for Spider-Man?
When Trump got elected, I was like, we still have a few more good days in it.
But when Spider-Man got bad reviews...
Yeah, when nobody clapped for Spider-Man in Infinity War, I lost it. And it was a bit of a bummer. It was a letdown.
I'm so sorry.
I clapped, and then I looked around, and audibly I was like, what the hell?
What? No applause?
What's going on? No love for Spidey?
Where the webheads at?
Oh my God, where the webheads? Come on!
Webhead is the terminology for people who enjoy Spider-Man.
Garrett's
catching people up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you go to any parties this past week?
I didn't go to any parties as much as I just was a walking party. So the thing about Levitation Fest is it used to be a festival. Now it's just a fest. No, now it's a...
What's the difference between a festival and a fest?
The fest in Florida is the... No, okay. Festival... It used to be a festival out in a farm, and it was really cool. You go out there, you go camping. It's real hip and neat, and you're like one with nature while levitating. But they lost money, and they had a problem last year. They had to cancel the show because of weather and flooding. So they moved it into town, but instead of it being a festival that you pay to get into, it's several shows just booked around the same time.
And
so
it's still flooding of the street.
Yeah, and it's still flooding with good music and merch. So you had to buy individual tickets to individual shows that just had really stacked lineups. So I went to 2 of those shows and then just had an off day where we hung by the river and became one with nature and levitated.
Wow.
It was kind of cool. It's a lot of dogs.
Oh wait, you didn't mention the dogs. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, there was some fantastic dog watching at the waters over there.
That's the only reason I go to Austin, for the dogs.
Give me those pooches, baby. No, it was cool. I met some cool people. A lot of people were there for the festival from out of town, and then we walked up and down 6th Street, which as a adult I don't do very often anymore, and as a man-child I did very hard. And I actually went around and interviewed some people, which I want to get to later because I met some very interesting people.
It's amazing. I can't wait to play that. No, I did want to touch on what you mentioned about 6th Street.
Please touch.
Yeah, just a little bit. A light touch. I've gone down 6th Street 2 times.
Only 2 times?
Only 2 times.
Okay.
And the first time I ever went down 6th Street, a woman burned me in the neck with a cigarette.
Oh, I thought you were going to say with a sick burn.
Yeah, she insulted me so
She's
hard.
like, look at that dirty neck. Disgusting.
You got a fat neck, boy.
Put a scarf on.
So then after that was horrible. And then I went up to meet Dan Harmon.
Cool.
I had such a great time. I got to see him get drunk and insult his wife at the time in front of an audience.
What an...
Don't meet your heroes. And so at the end of that, I go down, and I've been giving cigarettes out all day. You know, so I believe in cigarette karma. And then there was somebody who approached me and was like, "Oh man, I've given you so many cigarettes today. I'm running low. I can't." And so she peed on me.
Oh.
That's right. She just peed all over me.
Now, is that like a weird Austin thing, or is that not normal?
You know, I don't know. I don't go to Austin enough to know if it's like just only in Austin.
Because once again, like I only know about the dogs in Austin. So when dogs pee on you, it's usually a sign of affection or extreme disrespect. And I don't know if it's the same for humans.
I felt very disrespected.
Okay, extreme disrespect?
You know, I could have completely misinterpreted the situation. I'm from Houston. Down here, if you pee on someone, you're kicking up dust and you're telling someone to lick your spurs because
Yes.
you don't care what they think about you.
Yes.
But up in Austin, it could be like, hey man, keep Austin weird. I'm peeing on you.
And we want to remind our out-of-town listeners that licking your spurs is a sign of affection or extreme disrespect.
Yes. Have you ever gotten into
A street scuffle?
a street
of some
street
sort?
fight? Yeah.
Never into a street fight. I've seen the first time we went to New Orleans, we saw like a pretty big fight break out. It was one of those things where like, whoa, that's crazy, there's a fight. And then we turned, and one of my friends was already just like sprinting over there. And he's like, break it up! And he ended up punching some dude in the chin. That was kind of cool.
Whoa, did he bust his chin open?
Huh? No, he was using his fist. Oh, I see. No, no, he just knocked him down a little bit. He was like, calm down, man! It was cool.
When was the last time that you got in a fight or had to defend somebody in a fight?
Must have been 4 years ago. I got punched in the face. No, 6, 5, 7.
Man, must have been some hit. You can't even
he
remember
knocked
what
me
happened.
around, and there's a bunch of stars and birds around me. And I was like, Twitter? That's the bird Twitter. And Twitter had just come out. Yeah, no, it was over a lady disagreement.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
So someone punched you over a lady disagreement. Was she like, boys?
I mean, she said it a little louder, but yeah.
Was you like, stop it, boys?
No, yeah, I got beat pretty nice.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
The last time I was in a fight. Ooh, I don't know. I'm definitely I talk a big talk, and I'm very quick to be like, oh, what are you doing, man? Why are you gonna fight? Like, no, I really try to avoid fights at all costs.
What about in the? You ever get in the pit at the show? Because I don't get in a lot of fights. I'm not like about being aggressive, but like when it comes to punk music, when it comes to getting in the pit, I'm sloshing around. I'm swinging bows.
You know me, I definitely feel at ease whenever I'm just like feeling the music and having a good time. So, you know, if I'm at a concert where it calls for something like that, say a Dragon Force show, of course I'm gonna chuck some bows, have a good time.
Sure, I'll turn my tie-dye t-shirt around so I don't damage the logo, and then I'll go rage a little bit.
Oh yeah, but what concert was I at? I was at some show where it was totally inappropriate, and some guy walked up with a polo shirt and the collar was popped. He's like, all right, everybody move, and if you're watching us,
Are we at the same Wolf Mother show? Because I remember seeing Wolf Mother when I was in high school, and like the mosh etiquette, we should talk about mosh etiquette maybe today, maybe another time, but mosh etiquette is a very big thing that you need to learn.
tell us a little bit about mosh etiquette.
Well, mosh etiquette, I mean, okay, number one, you're not going into the pit to hurt people. That should just be right off the bat. We're not just opening up a violence pit. You go there to push around, to jump around, have a good time. Some shows may be a little more brutal, maybe the pushing's a little harder, but you don't go in there to just start knocking people in the chin with your elbows like on purpose. That's crazy.
Yeah, good
If
point.
someone falls down, pick them up. Everyone stop moving around.
That's a crucial rule that I've seen in the very few mosh pits that I've been in. If somebody falls down, everybody stops and they help that person get
It's
right
something
back
you
up.
think is human nature, and then you go to a show where there's not mosh etiquette, and people are just knocking people on the ground and just walking over them. Like, insane people. I mean, I know it's Wolf Mother, but let's not go wild.
The worst show I've ever been to with terrible mosh etiquette, Beach Boys 50th reunion tour.
Terrible mosh etiquette.
Nobody knew what they were doing.
Was there a
old
pit?
heads. There was a big pit.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
was doing that weird surf dance, and then before you know it, just some like trolls came in and started punching those old people
Did
around.
the music ever stop and you heard people's hands wagging around from doing the surf thing? You know, pit sounds.
Very underrated album. You know, it's one of those
Very
albums
underrated
where you listen to it and you think like, oh, I've
Yeah.
heard it before. Well, sure, you have, but people didn't when it came out.
Yes.
That sounds blew people's minds.
You ever levitated on it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Are we getting a phone call? I don't think we're getting a phone call.
I don't see a phone call.
I don't see a phone call at all. Cool. We're not expecting a phone call.
Why would we be expecting a phone call? No one ever calls in, but the number is right there. It's right there on the screen if you're watching us from Facebook Live. If you're watching us from Facebook Live, remember you can just listen to us on the radio. If you're listening to us on the radio, remember there's a feed on Facebook Live.
And that phone number again is 713-526-8737. I'm going to...
AKA 713 Jam Chase.
I'm just... Jamtress.
Jamtress.
That's... what is it? What is it called? Is that T9? Is that still T9 when we create letters from numbers?
T9 is the predictive text engine for typing, but I don't think it's like the actual language code. It could be. I don't know. Actually, that makes sense. Text 9 is 9 numbers. Wow. You are the smartest guy I've ever been on the radio with.
Thank you. We're just learning so many things because we're not getting any phone calls.
Despite not expecting one.
That's true. I don't even know why we're talking about not getting phone calls because we didn't anticipate anything, and it's not like our board is lighting up right now. Well, cool. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about...
You want to talk about shows? You want me to stretch the time? No. No, I mean, have you been to like what's the heaviest show you think you've been? what's the heaviest show you've been
music,
to?
or heavy as in like whoa? Because again, if we're talking heaviest as in emotionally,
Yeah.
Beach Boys 50th.
Oh, I thought that would have been amazing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Speaking of Levitation Fest, it was canceled last year. It was going to be Brian Wilson doing Pet Sounds was like the headliner, and I was so freaking stoked on it.
Oh no! I think you're misinterpreting me.
Full Beach Boys.
It was the Beach Boys, and it wasn't like, wow, I've seen the Beach Boys. This is heavy. It was, wow, these guys suck now. They're so old.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was heavy because it was just like bad.
Yeah, it was such a disappointment.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bummer.
It really was.
Yeah. Was the band good though? Like the band itself? Like,
Oh, yeah.
What was
Yeah.
disappointing about it? Because I've seen him warm up with
Oh,
his band.
what was disappointing
on the
about
lines.
it? Let's see. Have you ever seen Daniel Johnston perform live lately? That's kind of what it's like seeing Brian Wilson sitting at a piano just like, how many more notes must I play?
Aw.
Like, I have to get through this to go home. Like, the guy just ate so much acid, his brain's fried.
Yeah.
And he unironically wears Hawaiian shirts.
God save us all.
Yeah, well, we know what kind of guy that is, walking around Walgreens and Crocs and a Hawaiian
That's
shirt.
the kind of person I want at my party, I'll tell you what.
Not making fun of Crocs, by the way. They're very comfortable shoes.
I bought some 3-strap sandals this weekend when I was going to the river.
Oh, you got some Chacos? You got the Chaco Z?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, they're
I
just
wish
like
you wouldn't
really
call me that.
expensive.
No, these were about $6 at Target. They're good sandals. I kicked my foot. I was kicking and screaming, putting them on, but I'll tell you what, they didn't come off because they had 3 straps.
Oh,
Very
wow.
comfortable.
Did they go in between the toes or did they go across the feet?
No thong style. Yeah. One over the foot, another over the foot, and then one around the ankle to keep everything inside.
Wow, this is really boring.
This
We
is
should go ahead and
great
get to that.
Well, if you want to hear, So I went around Austin. Is that what you want to go play for?
Yeah, why don't you just give us a little bit of context for this thing that we're about to show?
So the last show I saw of the weekend was Saturday night. I saw the OCs, my favorite band in the dang world. Actually, OCs is what they're called. And it was a really great show. It went until 2 a.m. in the morning. So by the time we got out, the show was done. We were still rage ready. We had been drinking, so it wasn't the most best conditions for interviewing people. But I thought, hey, I'm out on the street. I do have my recorder with me. Let me go interview people on the street about what they're doing. So we went over to 6th Street. This is 2:30 a.m. to about 3:30 a.m.
Wait, when did 6th Street shut down?
But I mean, bars close at 2 a.m.
Okay, but when
So-
did 6th Street shut down?
Who knows? There were still people out. We could have kept going by the time we stopped interviewing, but out of our sheer body limitations, had to go home.
All right.
So a lot of people, these are just people I was bothering outside of bars. They were all still hanging out. Like, 6th Street was still crowded, don't get me wrong. So I just went around to different food trucks and kind of talked to people. So this is Man Barely on the Street with
right.
Ned Gale.
All right, let's see what happens when we let Ned just run around with the recorder.
We're out here at 6th Street. It's Saturday night. It's about 2 a.m. Checking out the scene. Can you tell me your best party story?
Man, one day I woke up in somebody's car, it looked like mine, but it wasn't mine. Hello.
It wasn't your car? What
It
happened?
wasn't my car, man. They was like, what the you doing? I'm like, what the you doing? I'm like, oh. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Holy moly.
And all of a sudden, cops surrounded the house. We're all trapped in this basement, flashlights in the windows. We're like, horrible. Anyways, Nebraska has some weird laws, so you get minor in possession if you get caught drinking alcohol. We're all from Nebraska.
Not that weird of a law.
Not all people have minor in possession laws, or they call them different things. We all ended up getting MIPs. I blew a .0271, very, very low. Yeah, we all took an alcohol awareness class, and the guy teaching it he went around the room and asked why everyone was there. And we all go, yeah, we're at this party. He goes, how many of y'all were at this party?
Everyone
We all raised our hand.
And people started chanting, tip the bus, and rocked the bus. And one of my buddies ripped the license plate off, and he held it over his head, and just the whole crowd went crazy.
So we came over here to get some food. There was a bachelorette party right there. We are a bachelor party.
Okay.
So naturally we decided to just sit down with them. And the bride-to-be was just sitting there, relaxed. She was kind of slumping over. And we're like, okay, she's had a lot, she's kind of tired. And we're all getting to know each other, enjoying it. Out of nowhere we hear a bleh.
Oh, no.
Yes, indeed. All over the table.
All over herself.
All over herself, all over the table, all over our food.
Left tit.
It was
Covered in dough.
terrible.
When I was in my undergraduate years in New York City, there are fraternities at my college, NYU, but they are not real. They're just on a floor of a dorm. It's not a house or anything.
Yeah.
So I went there and I thought, yes, I am at a frat party. And I drank all of the beer, all of it. And then went to my favorite pizza place. In the meantime, had to run to the bathroom. And when I went into the bathroom after my frat party experience, I passed out on the floor
Oh, no.
of the most disgusting place in New York City. And thank God I had a friend with me. She pounded on the door, and she revived me.
Okay, my story. It's from last night, Today I decided to quit drinking, smoking, woman, all the stuff. Yeah, I'm drinking, I'm smoking, and kind of fishing, But what was the reason? Because my phone yesterday, it was stolen, and today I had to buy a new phone. It was 864 all tax. Now I'm drunk, but when I'm sober, I feel like no more woman, no more smoking, no more drinking, so that I can save some money to pay that.
This is what partying does to you. It takes away your...
It's the iPhone 7. If somebody hears us right here, please, take it back to him.
We're looking for an iPhone 7.
So when I was in Boulder, Colorado for the first time, I was a traveling street performer, and I just started out, and I was using somebody else's guitar because I had lost mine in Kansas. This guy walks by, puts $4,000 in my guitar case, and takes me to a mansion on 5th and Mapleton. It's the second richest neighborhood in Boulder. And then he only got an Uber to go 2 blocks there, which is nuts to me. And then we were burning money. He took me around and showed me around. It was a bottom floor that everything was shaped like a bed in this room. And it was red square pillows on the ground, a Tempur-Pedic on top of a Serta, red and black tapestries on the walls and the ceiling. And then I did 50 tabs of acid in there, left butt naked. And then I went to Pearl Street, the main strip in Boulder, And then I got put in a mental hospital. My mom had to fly all the way from Tennessee to Denver to come bring me home. And I had to do 6 months in jail when I got home because I left on a misdemeanor warrant because I was a young dumbass that had sold beer from Walmart. Got out of jail, and then I begged my best friend to take me back to Boulder. And he, sure enough, took me to Boulder. We park outside that mansion, and we knock on the door. Nobody's home. And then we're like, oh, so we go to Pearl Street. And then we seen these guys that we brought there, some wooks. And then we asked them about the guy and if he was home. And they said, dude, the guy that brought us there didn't own the mansion or the money. And he was trying to start a cult. So we're freaking out. We're like, oh, we go back to that mansion. And our car's parked outside of it. So we're like freaking out. And then on the porch, I see like this dude who's kind of bigger. He had a beard. I was like, that's the guy that actually owns the place. So I got on the porch, introduced myself, told him everything more in detail. And I even told him I play his piano naked. He laughed super hard, gave me $100, took me around back. And he showed me that this guy that was trying to start a cult scared the out of him. He was in Russia. And he had 2 school buses parked out back that he was living in. He had to get them on a boat back. And I got an opportunity out of that, and I got invested in my life.
Holy moly. Yeah. Wait, so what do you do as a street performer?
What do? I use the guitar as a drum, and I strum it, and then I sing really, really loud with a vibrato, and then I rap and beatbox. You want to hear some beatboxing real quick?
Yeah, I'll hear some beatboxing.
And that guy beatboxed for like a lot longer than that. I just
Did you think he was telling the truth about that story? 'Cause that is a little wild.
Don't know. That story is insane. And the whole time, the best part of that entire story is he told me the whole thing. My mind was exploding. 'Cause this is like the last person I interviewed. I completely forgot about this interview till I was going through the hour of audio this morning. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Like, he continued to beatbox, but when he finished that story, I was like, oh, so what do you do to street perform? He's like, I use my guitar like a drum.
Did he play
kept
it?
going. Yeah, he kept going after that, but just starting with that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Did he have like friends around him?
He didn't. He was with another guy who told. There was a lot of stories I couldn't use because apparently everyone's best party was just a single sexual encounter with one other person, which I would disagree as a party.
Then you're not doing it right.
Yeah. Aw, man.
What?
You got some follow-up questions about some of those interviews?
That last guy, how did he stare at you? Did he stare at you?
Dead
through
in the
you?
eyes.
Yeah? Oh, God.
He definitely, I mean, he was a street performer. Learned a word from that. Wooks. I saw you give me a look.
Yeah.
He said, I brought some wooks. Yes, I Googled it. No, it's not racist. I was like cutting up the interview and like adding those bleeps and stuff. And I was like, wooks, what is that? Wooks is like a traveling, like a crust punk backpacker. I'm sure Raul's correcting me on this right now. Some sort of like traveling hippie who just like tries to get free drugs all the time. That's wooks. He said that as a, like, I brought my wooks with me. So I don't know if that's like a term of endearment for, like hippie drug users or what? Like, I don't.
You know me, man. Anybody who's trying to get free stuff is just a parasite, as far as I'm concerned. If that's what a wook is, no wooks for me.
Well, would you look at that? Yeah, no. A lot of those interviews were pretty good. There was some. Everyone had. I had to cut a lot of those stories down. The guy talking about the bus thing. I didn't want to put that interview on there because I do not approve of that behavior.
Yeah.
But it was crazy that they tipped a bus full of just human beings in it.
I got a comment and then one last question.
Please.
Were people, for the most part, receptive to you interviewing them? Did you have any, like, no gotcha questions?
I had a few people who were just like, oh, no, I don't want to be on the radio, which is totally fine. A lot of people didn't quite understand the question I was asking, I think, the way they answered it. A lot of people were super stoked and just couldn't give an answer. Once again, this is 2:30 to 3:30.
Right.
I was not the best interviewer.
That's what I wanted to tie into my comment here. I thought you got, look, if you got stories like that, you did a very good job interviewing people. Yes, of course. But listening to your voice on that, I'm like, oh, that is drunk.
I had to cut out so much of that. When the guy was like, he's like, yeah, we pulled back up there, and the guy wasn't at the house. I drunkenly commented, I was like, yeah, They said, that guy hasn't been here for 400 years. And I thought that was such a funny joke, even when I said it. But listening back, it was like, yeah, I bet you said, and someone came up, they're like, I bet they haven't been here for 400. Like, it's just so bad, so I cut it out.
Did anybody laugh?
Yeah, the guy went, yeah, man, anyways, we went back. he was very concentrating on the story.
Very polite.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for getting that tape, Ned.
No
I want to go ahead.
Thanks for listening to it.
Yes, of course. And I want to go ahead and bring on our guest. This guy has been in a couple of Micro Satan shows and a few sketches. He's always just like the guy you can count on to show up, get his stuff together, and be
He's the guy you can count on to say, hey, we have a radio show, will you come on? And he shows up 10 minutes before. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. You know, we can always count on this guy. He's been my friend for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Please give it up for Jack Killen. Jack, thank you so much for being on the show.
Gentlemen, how's it going? Glad to be raging with you guys today.
Oh, I'm glad to be raging with you right now.
Oh, man. Thanks a lot for coming on, dude.
Nice little setup y'all got here.
Yeah.
It's not actually ours. We're just using it.
Oh, yeah. None of this is ours.
We actually built this last week. We're like, we're going to start doing a radio show. So we found a satellite nearby. And then just jacked in, dude.
Yeah, NASA is pissed.
That is that DIY Ned that I love. So it's perfect that it worked out that way. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much.
So, Jack, you used to live in Austin.
Yes.
Is that pretty much the 6th Street life? Is that what that place is?
Yeah. Are you? Have you been to 6th Street? I get like you were probably.
You know, many times. Of course, you go when you're. I moved to Austin, of course, to go to school, my undergraduate. Of course, everyone's heading to 6th Street.
Did you get your doctorate in rocking it? Doctorate in rock? I messed it up.
No, I just got my bachelor's. But you find all kinds. I've been there because supporting my friends for shows. I've been there and got burns on myself too. I had a little, I had a puke story I wanted to tell you guys about. But
maybe next week.
Okay. But you encounter all types of stuff on 6th Street, and it's just it's pretty overwhelming. But
it is insanely overwhelming to walk through there. Like at the height of it, like midnight or 1 o'clock, just walking straight down 6th Street is insane.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
It's no Bourbon Street. But that's only because you can't take alcohol outside. Other than that, it is exactly the same.
Now, I would like to hear this puke story, if possible, but I want you to make sure that you follow the sign that you made that says no cursing. No cursing.
Not allowed.
You did it to remind yourself, and I want to hold it up so that everybody online...
I'm doing a good job, right?
I really like that you used 3 different marker colors on that.
Yeah, you had little stars... And then some weird.
I want to get creative with it.
No. Oh! You got little notes of things to talk about.
I want to have fun. Well, just in case, Yep. I want to bring that FM, rage and spirit here. So.
Well, here's some rage spirit.
Oh.
No!
I crumpled it up.
Oh no! But what if I?
Jack can't see the sign and he just cursed out the door.
That's exactly what happened.
We gotta cut his mic.
So please don't touch it, Ned. Thank you very much.
All right, but Jack, I've also gone to your house that you lived at in Austin several times.
Yeah.
And I partied with your little Austin St. Edward's crew a few times. I fell asleep very early a few times.
You need sleep. It's okay.
St. Edward's is the patron saint of partying like crazy, right?
Oh, it was a great school. I got to travel all over the world, have some great parties in there too, and.
Can you tell us about the coolest party?
Small class sizes. They got a Chipotle burrito thing. I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. Chipotle like on campus.
Like a knockoff. I think they got rid of it because it was so awful. But yeah.
I went to UTSA for a brief moment of time, a year and a half. Yeah, it's a brag. Yep. Oh, I'm not applauding. Okay, so I went to UTSA for a little bit, and one of their big things is they're like, yeah, we have the only Taco Cabana on campus in the entire world. Which is not that exciting.
Wait.
You got a TC Lounge.
Are they claiming to be the only college campus that has a Taco Cabana on their campus?
Yes, until another campus got it.
Yeah, because there's literally... U of H has one too.
Yeah, you would call and they'd put you on wait, and that was the first thing that would come up on the... It was like one of those things, it's like, UTSA has the tallest rock climbing wall in the world. UTSA has this... It was like, the first thing they would lead with always was, UTSA has the only Taco Cabana on campus. Called them recently, not on there anymore.
I wonder,
baby, they ain't the only one.
Did they ever say like UTSA has the #1 amount of people who transfer to a real UT?
Yeah,
anything like that. Yeah, that's right. I said it, Jack.
Go Roadrunners!
Wow. Wait, did you go to UTSA?
No.
Oh. How do you know our mascot? We're not toting it outside of the campus.
I know a number of people who went to UTSA. They liked it.
Oh, yeah. Me?
No. Yeah.
All right,
The campus is weird. They need to have sidewalks. Continue.
Jack, I want to get back to these college parties. Can you tell us about the coolest party that you had in college at St. Edward's in Austin?
Yeah, I was thinking about a couple, but since you want to define it into Austin, one time we had just a normal party at the house. It was close to the St. Edward's University campus, and if you're familiar with that area in South Austin, it backs up to kind of a remote area that a lot of coyotes are in, a lot of rocks, a lot of rivers, but St. Edward still owns that land, so technically you're not supposed to be on there. So we are having a party, we're having fun.
So here we are, on there.
Yeah. So my backyard backs up to there, and we want to have a backyard party.
Okay.
So so mind you, my backyard's huge. I have weird sheds in there too and everything. So this.
Wait, how many sheds?
Oh, just like 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Still an unreasonable amount.
Here's the thing. It's just I'm trying to emphasize it's an open area. So,
yeah.
So we are partying about, and I hear talks. And, there's a good number of homeless people in South Austin, but I heard talks that actually someone entered our party and they looked quite older, and I don't think they went to the university because it was a party for university colleagues and stuff like that.
Yeah, St. Edward has absolutely no non-traditional students.
Yeah, out of here. So
not to yell into the microphone.
Yeah, you are peeking.
So what happens is I ask him, like, hey, who do you live here? He's like, I live right actually like behind there, and he's like, yeah, man, have a great party. And
I actually live under there.
Yeah, so
under where?
He actually,
gotcha.
But here's the thing, I don't mind if you want to come and party with me. He had someone's bottle of alcohol, and they were complaining that he was just going and just swigging out.
Wait. Was that person like, he stole my alcohol? Can you get it back?
They're like, I don't know who this person is, and
I walked in here with 12 beers. I'm 20 years old, and I'm walking out with only 8, but I've only drank 2. So someone's gonna have to pay me.
But this guy was making out with the bottles. So she came up to me and said, hey, can you do something about this? So I asked him, like, hey, can you please leave? He's like, I live over there. I'm like, well, come on, man, what's going on here? He decides then, a couple of my friends come up behind me and are like, hey, yeah, man, we really don't know you. And so he throws the bottles like in our hands and runs like, and then into the backyard, into this mass of people. And I hear, and we're trying to find him.
One of the sheds.
And we go after him. We can't find him. This guy's so quick. He just wants to party. And so
it's the UTSA Roadrunner.
So we're looking all over this massive backyard in the sheds and stuff like that. But I keep hearing people saying, "Hey, that guy was over there dancing." Just on top of a treetop going at it. And then we went over there and we couldn't find him.
Was it the Cheshire
Cat? And then it was like, oh, he's out in the shed because he knows you guys are looking for him. So,
Wait. Did you miss a part where you said, give us that bottle or we're going to kick your ass? Like anything like that?
No, we're just like, come on, get out. Like, we don't know you, man. And he just like, Whoa! But eventually he was gone. He left. Someone said he actually walked out. But it was just crazy to have just someone just try to slip in and kind of like blend in with the party with dancing like on treetops.
I really like that, yeah.
And
that's my favorite part.
Hanging out in sheds. Yeah, and I think a couple other people, like he came up to others and said, hey, can I have a shot with you guys? And they're like, oh, how do you know Jack? Jokingly. And he's just like, oh, we go to the school together.
We're actually in a high-speed chase.
That's the truth. But yeah, there was that one time the guy was, wearing just a bunch of disguises, hiding in the trees just to keep partying. And even though I didn't know him, like that spirit.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I love the idea of a guy sneaking into a party with a suitcase full of this guy that's like, I'm the man of 1,000 faces. You just met face number 4. The ever-fessin' party.
Catch me, opens his umbrella and flies away.
No, it's not like it's not like he had like the glasses with the nose and mustache just walking around the party, but I did hear attempts to shed clothing
quickly threw moss over his body to get out of the tree.
Well, I mean that's what I did. I remember I was kicked off the bus one time in middle school, so I took off my glasses and entered the bus like it was just a normal day, and she didn't pick up on me. She was yelling at me every single day, unfortunately. So I just quick disguises. You can blend right in. I mean, it's just.
She's like, hey, new kid, you were that nerd who used to be here.
I've heard that if you just change the way that you walk a little bit, nobody will be able to tell. And Jack, please stop fiddling with the microphone cord because we can all hear
it. Does make a sound, and people are calling in. They hate it. Just kidding. No one's calling in.
Those are lights. They're people calling in, right?
Is that what that is?
That's how it works.
No.
Wait, is that how it works, Connor?
No.
You don't know how to operate your own hardware.
Hang on,
we're not
Jack.
here to be called out on our own radio station.
All right, this is Jack's Effin Rager right now.
Look.
Hit it. I dare you to hit it.
There's
see
nothing.
If it works.
There's no one calling
Those
in.
two things are blinking.
That doesn't mean.
Those could be voicemails left. Don't put it on.
Let's see.
No, well, you gotta pick up the phone.
Hello? Effin Rager.
Hello, this is FM.
Nobody's there.
That was pretty good.
See?
That was worth the dead air.
Oh wait, we didn't. Yeah, see?
No one's there. It was a ghost.
Hang up.
Hit the white button.
It was a radio
that black
ghost.
button.
Wait,
white button.
this one?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I lied.
Oh God.
All right, we've jacked into the phone. We are now the phone service.
Ned, can I ask you a question
All
now?
phone calls are us.
Yeah,
Yes.
can I ask you a question out of a microphone?
Please.
At Levitation, did you see the Makeup's lead singer play?
No, I did not see the Makeup's lead singer play. Who's I don't know the Makeup's.
His name's Ian something something. They're like a gospel funk band from the 90s.
Oh, they do that song. Makeup! Our band is called Makeup! Because we wanted to name it that.
They play a damn good show. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Wow, boy. Cool. Jack, what was your favorite part about living in Austin?
Did you ever go to
the Greenbelt.
That is,
nature.
Man, I am so jealous of just the nature in Austin. Like,
partying on the river, man.
Just
seeing the hawks soar.
meditated. No, it's cool. There's hills there. I drive a stick shift, and I don't think about that till I get to Austin every time. I'm just like, whoa, like rolling down hills backwards because I'm not thinking about doing that. I don't know. It's just there's just more geographical stuff going on there.
It's always fun with your bike going down.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
up's a different thing.
Just a quick update. I did figure out how to hang up phone calls. You hit the button that says drop.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't say hang up.
So call back.
It'd be a bummer if the phone.
I promise we'll be nice.
Dropped. Once again, welcome to Cultural References, Ned Gale.
Oh boy.
If you're not hip to it, you won't be enjoying it.
All right, so Jack, now you moved back to Houston.
I'm loving it.
Gotta say, loves having you here.
It's nice being here, man.
Yeah, it's.
I felt like when you moved into the city, the sun finally put on its pair of sunglasses.
Oh wow!
Because
despite me buying my son that glasses 2 years ago.
No, I'm very excited. You've been a part of, like I said, a couple of microstation shows. We've had a really fun time.
I did a Neo Benchy reading that one time.
Yeah, we've done some Neo Benchies together. That's been a blast.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
But the thing I love doing most with you is getting some wings.
Ooh!
I don't know if you guys know this out there, and not Radioland, but listening to Radioland.
Fleshland.
Jack, Ned, and I, and an assortment of others, including Billy, John Wayne, Antoine, friends of ours that come and go, but the core group here is Ned, Jack, and I. We have a little thing we do called the Wing Daddies.
Wing Daddy. Wings batter, batter, batter. Wings batter. That's what I'm ordering from you, Mr. Baseball Man.
I don't sell wings. We're just playing. So, yeah, what were you going to say?
Nope, it was a bad tag to that joke.
All right.
Did you guys have you call yourselves Wing Daddies, but did you all have wings this weekend?
We did have wings. Actually, when we recorded the pilot for this show, we got wings specifically because we were recording after.
Just checking.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the last time I had wings.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Wait. Did you have wings this weekend?
Oh, where'd you get it from?
Bachelor party in San Diego.
Whoa! Wait! Whoa! You're on our party radio show, and you didn't tell us you went to a bachelor party?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Wait. No, I don't think you understand what we're upset about here. So you went to a thing that's a party.
Guys, I rage. Okay?
Tell us about this bachelor party.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
And then afterwards, tell us about those wings, my guy.
So it was my old co-worker, Trent Delamel, great guy. Basically, we went out to San Diego, so he's living out there now, and he just brought everybody over. It was my first time in California, so not only did I get to see the bachelor party, hang out with his friends, I got to see my cousin too, which was absolutely nuts.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just remember, I saw you were in San Diego. So you went to La Jolla?
I went everywhere, man.
Oh, man.
I passed out on the beach a couple times. You can see with my face right now, just getting those rays. But wait, what was I talking? Oh, Oh.
The bachelor party.
No, the wing. Oh, I'm just getting excited about the wings.
Wait, yeah. Is there anything to mention in the bachelor party? Let's just run over that real quick, and then let's get to those wings.
Okay. All right. Things to mention in the bachelor party. Well, the thing is, you kind of can't mention a lot of stuff that's in the bachelor.
You know what
party.
happens in San Diego stays in San Diego.
Things get a little crazy, but no, it was still a great group. I mean,
no, we just played Mario Kart.
we did sightseeing stuff too.
Yeah.
I mean, I went up on this rock, and then there was 2 seals right behind it.
You went to. I've been over there. I've got some good pictures of that same exact rock.
And here's the thing: is I didn't think there was going to be a seal there because I saw the collections of seals like here and there.
Sure.
But I was just like, oh, I want to get on top of this rock, and there was a hidden one. And then everyone started crowding around this rock because I discovered the hidden seals. And then they got on the microphone and started yelling at us.
Aww.
So I feel kind of bad
Wait,
for
the seals?
Did the seals look at you and start like?
No,
yeah, you coming right here,
Which is really tricky because they have flippers, so it looks like they're just clapping. Like, good job on finding that seal.
We're being sarcastic.
At first, there's no problem, but then when people crowd, they start to get stressed. But they just smell, so you don't even want to stand by them too long.
Speaking of smells. Wings. All right. What else? Tell me this more, but my mouth is literally watering. It's this is not our
I went
place.
to this. What was it called? Wait, can I say the name of the restaurant? Is that fine?
Yes.
Obi Noodle House in San Diego.
Wait, you got wings at a noodle house?
So here's the thing. I got the pho, but they were like, "Hey, our spicy glaze has been featured on TV and stuff like that. So why don't you go ahead and get them?" And everyone else is just getting pho, but I'm getting pho and wings.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
put the wings in my pot.
And then eventually, here's the thing. When one wing daddy's there, everyone follows. And then boom.
Everyone got wings?
I was like, you know what? I'm still going to get wings. And I was like, let's just get a couple plates to the table.
That's awesome. I love
that's
getting.
How magic happens.
I love getting wings at a fancy restaurant that's not like a wing place.
Yes.
Fancy wings are awesome.
Well, okay.
Not always. Oh.
Sometimes, everybody talks a lot about the Pax Americana wings. They're okay.
You don't like those sunflower wings?
No.
They're out of control.
No. But I do agree that if one wing daddy starts, the rest will follow. Because when we were recording this pilot, Nick and Ned were like, "Oh, let's get wings." I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll have a few. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. And then before you know it, I'm like, "Oh, whoops! I just ate 20 wings."
Yeah, we ordered 50 wings, a pile of wings stacked to the ceiling, and everyone jumped in. It was a good time.
But it's important to realize that no wing daddy is perfect.
Sure.
One time I went with an offsite. A lot of my coworkers live out of state.
You're saying offsite? You mean not a normal wing spot?
No. I just went offsite to work, and we were all
cool.
like,
TGI Friday.
They're like, let's grab wings. Okay, everyone likes wings and beer. So we all go to this offsite, and then everybody wants to order boneless wings.
Oh no!
And here's the thing: is at first I'm like, hey, are we sure we want to do that? And everyone keeps insisting on the boneless, and it's breaking my heart. But here's the thing: I followed the pack. One person even ordered normal bone-in, but just to be economical, I went with.
The only time it's acceptable to get boneless wings is if there's a hot deal, because the only thing I love more than hot wings is hot deals.
That's true.
I think that's why they did it, was because of a deal. But I mean, it's just.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, what's the deal?
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of bone-in. When you say people who break the rules, why don't we set a few rules? Teriyaki, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
Oh,
I can get down with it.
Wow.
I don't always go for a teriyaki though. I like to go for spicy, and then I'll throw a sweet on there. Okay, we need to talk about an important thing when we go get wings. The wing draft.
The wing draft, baby. I was waiting for us to bring up the wing draft.
Is important, guys. There's family style eating, and then there's the wing draft. And guys,
get out of here, Buca de Beppo. Get a wing draft.
Let's get a bucket of Peppa.
Right, Ned, please explain what is the wing draft.
So the wing draft is a little way of sharing with your buddies, with all your other wing daddies. It's choosing sauces that you're going to be trading with other friends. So you guys all lay out. If you're getting 3 different sauces, everybody gets 3 completely different sauces. That way we end up with 9 different sauces if it's the 3 of us in this room. I'm just doing simple math.
My mouth is watering.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, I mean, what's everyone doing after the show?
What are you guys doing? Catches.
No, I love the wing draft. You get to try all these different things, but it does suck whenever someone in the wing draft is like, does anyone mind if I get this flavor? And it's something really gross, like poo-poo. And then you gotta eat
the
poo-poo
wings at Pookers. I don't have jokes. What are you here for?
Yeah, I can't stand it when someone's like, does anyone mind if I get salt and vinegar wings?
Ugh.
Yes, we do
Yeah,
mind. Please do not get those.
Lemon pepper's okay though, right?
Oh, lemon pepper's great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to reiterate. Teriyaki is good, but if we have to go for a sweet wing, I want honey barbecue. You know what I mean?
I cannot
You
stand.
don't like honey barbecue? What's your favorite sweet wing? And after that, what's your favorite wing?
A sweet wing? I guess lemon pepper. I mean, yeah.
Lemon pepper is good.
Yeah, lemon pepper. I like a spicy lemon pepper as well.
Sauce on the lemon pepper? Some people do that.
It's all right.
I don't want to.
It's a sometime thing. It's not an every time
I
thing.
do.
Yeah. But if we're talking, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, and if we could get phone calls, the phones would be ringing off the hook. But let me tell you, my favorite, Cajun dry rub.
Oh, dude, the Cajun dry rub is fantastic. You're talking to the guy who loves that stuff.
Yeah, I am a Cajun dry rub fanatic.
Super good. Yeah, if I'm ever at Wingstop, you got to go standard hot and then a Cajun dry rub.
That's why I like the Louisiana rub at Wingstop.
Yes.
Big fan.
Yes.
Big fan.
Absolutely. Yes.
Even if we're going saucy, I like Cajun. There's just something about that Creole seasoning.
Swamp flavor.
Oh, you know me, man. I'm a boy on the swamp. I love a Cajun wing.
Yeah, boudin wing. Hey, what's your favorite wing? Do you have a favorite kind of wing sauce? Or dry rub?
Because the thing is, it's just always going to be changing for me. Because if I'm staying stationary with anything, that's just a boring life. You're not raging.
Yeah.
You always have to go out, but we know where the mines are. The salt and vinegar. You have to step out to get those, but it's going to be changing every time. Right now, I like that. I'm still going to always like that. What's that gold stuff?
Oh, Gold Rush.
Yeah.
Or Baker's Gold.
Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. Mercy. What I'm saying is, it's been too long since I've been to Pluckers, so we should probably. Can we do like Effin Rager meetups?
Wow.
We could definitely do that.
The fans would love that.
Yeah.
Yes. All 2 people on the chat.
We'll get to it. We'll start a meetup. But Jack, we're gonna have to wind this down.
Okay.
So if there's anything that you want to say to Wing Nation out there or the Rager heads.
Okay, Wing Nation, keep dipping. Always.
Yes.
For people who are raging, let's have a great time. Let's respect each other, but let's always find a way to party.
Yes. Take it up a notch without hurting anybody else. Guys, you can only have as much fun as you're having. Make sure everyone's having that much fun.
All right. Now, Ned, I remember that we wanted to mention that next week on Tuesday, we're going to have another Effin Rager, our live show at PJ Sports Park. And we'll be back next week as well with another Effin Rager here on...
Do we want to say who's on that show? Would this be a good time to drop it?
Yeah. No, on the live show, we're going to have John Wayne Communale and Ruth Hirsch. Two very funny people. Anyway, that's our show for tonight. Jack, thank you very much for being part of it.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. All right.
Also, I would like to say that Swimwear Department is playing First Thursdays at Mid-Main. So do with that what you will.
All right, cool. No call to action. All right, bye, y'all.